Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Akira Kurosawa's Ron. And this is a part of the Filmstagram Movie Club, as we've wrapped up our month with Alfred Hitchcock films, and now we're starting with Akira Kurosawa. And this is actually one I hadn't seen before, so I rented this on Amazon Prime Video, and you know what? I'm going to be buying it, because this was an amazingly epic film. Akira Kurosawa does such an amazing job of balancing two very distinct ways of portraying a film. You have very intimate, very emotional human moments where he's able to use the framing of the camera, how he shoots the film, and get right up into the faces of actors and let them do their jobs to sell the emotions. There's a couple of shots specifically of our Lord Hidatoro throughout the film, and he has a lot of makeup on. He has a very distinct look. There's one particular scene during a very violent siege where the camera just is framed so symmetrically perfect on him, and you just feel all of it. And it's very evocative cinematography and just the shot. It says so much. And then you have the grand scope and epicness, and this has it. There's great battle scenes, there's wonderful use of really wide-angle shots of scenery, and it's just amazingly beautiful film. The use of colors, you can tell that they really were trying to use the colors in a purposeful way, obviously for a logistical way too of trying to tell different feuding groups apart. But it just looks visually striking and beautiful throughout the film. And Kurosawa keeps up a 2-hour and 42-minute film with energy and tension, whether it's very action-oriented and big-scale battles, or it's very emotional moments between characters. And another great piece of this film is the characters. Everybody has layers and motivations, and you understand what they're coming from. There's deceit, there's backstabbing, there's vengeance, there's greed, there's family. I know this isn't a Fast and Furious movie, but this film really captures the spirit of Shakespeare's writing with King Lear and injects it into this fresh, different kind of setting, and Kurosawa does that so well. And Westerns did such a great job of ripping off Kurosawa films and injecting them into the Old West. And that's why so many great films come out of this, because they can repurpose those themes, those ideas, in a new setting and a fresh setting that's still relevant, but also new and intriguing. And you get lost in this world, this dynamic of feudal Japan, and you see greed. Like the first, I don't know, like 20-25 minutes of this film are just in a field, and just building up this very human tension between a father and his sons, and greed and just deceit keep boiling over. And they set up so many complex human emotions and conflicts, and you get to see these very deep themes tested throughout this film as we follow this lord who loses everything. And even physically, as his last bastion of defense gets burnt to the ground in a most violent and gorgeously shot attack. And you see him be confronted by proverbial ghosts from his past. Not literal ones. But all of that comes back, and it really captures your actions have meaning and have ramifications. And this film captures that so well. And the acting, it could be a little over the top for some. There's a lot of yelling. But it's high in emotion and huge in decisions by the actors who carry this film. Everybody does a great job with their characters, and everything is firing on all cylinders. And this 2-hour and 40-minute film resonates so well, and really is ambitious enough to wrap up on its own terms of what it's trying to portray in its story and its themes. And it's devastating, and it's meaningful and deep. Ron is an epic by any definition. but it's also extremely intimate in terms of what it does for its characters. And it's gorgeously violent, beautifully shot, and deep and big and epic in every way that you can define it. Highly suggest checking this one out. And if you haven't seen any Kurosawa films up to this point, this is definitely a very interesting one to jump into. So go check out Ron. However, if you watch it on Amazon Prime, that's how I did. Going to be buying the movie next. Add it to my collection. And I loved it. So great way to start off our month on Akira Kurosawa for Filmstagram Movie Club. Definitely check this one out. But you know what? Those are my thoughts. What did you think of the film? Let's talk some movies. And thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.